Drink Tank. It's been quite some time, but welcome back to another episode of, oh crud, I forgot what I call these. It doesn't matter. Anyways, Derek, joined by my buddy Lance. We just got done watching the IFC Shudder collab Good Boy about a dog. It's point of view from the dog who is out in a cabin in the woods with his master and is trying to protect him from some kind of nefarious force. You know, I think we'll start as we normally do. We'll do a little bit of spoiler-free, do you like it? And then we can talk about some of the moments we either particularly did like or did not like, whatever the case may be. But Lance, we'll start with you. Overall recommendation?
It was, unfortunately, I think the movie feels a little more hyped from the outside perspective. If you don't really know what it is or you just heard about it, I feel like it's a little more hyped than it was good. Because at the end of the day, I don't think it was like that good of a movie. I mean, it was okay, but it was like, would I watch it again? Probably not.
I'm with you on that, and it is unfortunate because it did cost me $20, but it's all right.
Yeah.
So I very much agree with your sentiment. I really wanted to enjoy this movie a lot more than I did. I was really excited about it. I was talking about it at work about how I really wanted to go see it. There was just every time it was starting.
Was it even in the theaters nearby?
Yeah, it was in Lisbon, but it wasn't starting till like either 8:30 or like something late. And I was like, man, I don't really want to go to the movies that late. You know, I'm an early morning person. I do appreciate the movie being mercifully short.
It was only 74 minutes.
Yeah, like, that's quick.
Very short.
So do I recommend the movie? Unfortunately, I think I land on the side of no. Even though I really, really wanted to like it.
I did too. I really wanted to like it too.
It is 74 minutes. Your time isn't completely wasted, but I do, like we were saying, it's just, there's not enough to it, I don't think, personally, for me, to justify like telling someone to go out and like, you're really going to sit here and you're really going to like this.
Yeah.
And it's just, it is unfortunate because there are quite a few positive things about it. I know it took about 14 months, I've heard, especially because it's the director's dog and he had trained his dog. And
the dog looks good. It almost looks too good.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks like it's got to be computer generated at some moments. There's no way that this dog, it looks like he does in some of these scenes because it just has that look to it. Like, it looks like an AI look to it.
I think it's just because of the dog's big eyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the dog is very expressive, and that they were able to get so much expressiveness out of the dog, I find pretty spectacular.
The dog did a good job. If all those scenes were, it must, like I said, 14 months though. It took a long time probably to get each scene down.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I mean, yeah, the dog did a great job.
Yeah, but overall, there's just not that much to the movie. It's rather simple and repetitive, I think, is the big problem. That even at 74 minutes, it finds a way to like repeat scenes, repeat themes, and it doesn't really land the ending in the way I would have preferred something like this to.
Yeah.
So again, for me, unfortunately, even though I really wanted to like this movie, I say take a pass on it.
The whole movie was basically, there's no other human there. The dog's seeing something or hearing something and investigating.
Yeah.
And then like nothing happens.
Yeah. It's true. That's a problem movie. Too with like I think that's a good point. I think we've kind of covered it at this point. If you're sticking with us, hopefully you've seen the movie or you just don't care about spoilers. That being said, what Lance just recapped is the whole movie.
This is the whole movie.
There's no twist. There's nothing clever. All these things just kind of, I don't know, just didn't really come together for me.
Yeah, I mean there was something. Let's say there was something.
Yeah.
Eventually, but like it was, and there were moments where it was kind of cool, but then it was like at the end of the day, this is spoiler territory.
Yeah, we can do spoilers.
It's like Mudman or something like that. I don't know.
It's supposed to be. So we were pretty settled on it being the specter of death.
Yeah.
Right out the gate because they're not subtle about it. It's one of the first easiest things to go. And then I started saying, I don't even know because there's a conversation that he has on the phone with his sister about how, oh, they're, dogs can detect all sorts of medical things because this guy's got cancer real bad, as it's established like in the beginning. And so I'm like, oh, okay, this is the dog's point of view of it realizing like his master Todd is dying. Like this is all going to be point of view of the dog. This is psychological horror for the dog. And there is some of that, I think, but then there's also actually like a death cave in the basement.
Yeah, well, I don't understand.
Nobody noticed the death cave in the basement.
Nobody even went in the basement.
No,
really, because they missing the previous owner's dog, and it's literally just at the bottom of the stairs at the bulkhead.
Yeah, it's in between the basement door and the bulkhead.
There's like 2 ways in and out of the basement.
Yeah,
through the house or through the bulkhead.
Yeah.
And it's at the bottom of the bulkhead.
Yeah.
So it's like, did nobody ever go in this basement? And like, I guess just for weeks. Because they said the grandfather was only alive for a few weeks. He
had lived there for a couple years, and then nobody else had been able to live there for a couple weeks. I'm not sure what the timeline is.
Yeah.
If the grandfather
was plastic shit everywhere.
Grandfather must have been the last person to live there.
People that have been going in and out of the house like crazy because there was plastic on all the furniture.
They were doing
renovations.
Yeah, so clearly the grandfather couldn't have been the last one. Well, maybe he was, but he said it was 6 generations of family had owned that house, but there was a heavy implication that like nobody's been able to live there for very long, yet the house has been in the family for 6 generations.
Yeah.
Fascinating. But the moral of the story is there's a death tomb cave in the basement.
A portal to hell,
to hell. So, because Todd, rather than keep going with cancer, I think it's implied he ODs on his own pills.
Yes, yeah.
And then he gets dragged through the basement into the hell mouth, right? Like in Buffy. And like the dog tries to pull him out and he's like, "You can't come with me." And that's that. You see like the ghost of the grandfather. He's like one of the mud men.
Yeah.
And it's like somebody really likes that. Goosebumps, 15? But it's just bonkers because there is something supernatural, but there's also the dog has like nightmares and visions, and when it turns out to actually be supernatural, it kind of undercuts the emotional tone of a dog not understanding what cancer is. Because now it really is a dog dealing with ghosts.
Yeah. Yeah. It really, at the end of the day, that part doesn't really make a lot of sense.
No.
There's a cave in the basement that we don't get any explanation, and you find out about it within the last maybe 8 minutes of the movie. Because they've gone in the basement before, but they've never seen this cave, apparently. And I don't know, you just keep seeing this figure or ghost throughout the whole movie. Yeah. I don't know. It's a typical Shudder film. Overly hyped. And for me personally, I don't think it was that good. I mean, it had its moments. Like this movie had its moments.
It's interesting.
Is it interesting?
The dog is fascinating. But this is a 30-minute movie that's even stretched to 74.
Yeah.
It struggles to me. And it does one of the worst narrative tropes you can do. Oh, it was a dream sequence. Oh, it was a dream sequence. Oh, it was a dream sequence.
Oh, they did the
over-reliance on dream sequences. Don't do it.
Yep.
And
I swear the whole movie was dubbed.
Am I crazy? It's nice here, right?
I don't
think it's definitely ADR.
Not a single word of dialogue, and that whole movie was filmed while they were filmed.
But that makes sense given the way they would film it. Like, we don't want to have to redo the take once we get the dog's emotions, which is probably another reason why we don't see a lot of the people's faces, because it makes doing the ADR much easier. And then also, I kind of like that we don't see the people's faces because it keeps the focus on the dog.
You were saying
the dog's head is kind of like in the center of screen constantly.
Yeah. Well, he's
everything's
the main
dog's
character,
point of view. Yeah.
Per se.
They started off by doing a couple interesting following trails. They don't really keep that going. I can understand that because a dog is a dog.
Yeah.
But there's some interesting cinematography, some good playing with light, if we're going to be positive about a few things. But again,
yeah, no, there were definitely really good scenes in the movie. And I think they cut a really nice trailer. The trailer makes this movie look way cooler than it ultimately is.
He's not wrong, man.
He's
not wrong.
That's what I've been saying it for a while now. I don't like watching trailers anymore.
Yeah.
Because some of these trailers out there are just spoiling all the movie.
The thing that, so as we were watching, because it became pretty obvious that the whole thing's dealing with death. It's all about death, right? And so there's this part where the dog Indy tries to go out a bathroom window and gets onto the roof, but slides off the roof and into a brush.
Yeah.
Right? And it goes like thump. And we're like, oh no.
There's a pause too.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, dog's dead, right? So then the dog crawls out of the brush and runs off, and it holds on the house for a little bit, and then the motion sensor light turns off. And I was like, oh, dog's dead, right? So now it's going to be like a ghost dog versus ghost death or something. And I thought for sure it was going to be like the dog having to do something with that. But no, turns out, nope. And then the dog gets stuck in a fox trap, and we're like, this is such a, you've already talked about the fox trap so many times. We know this is not how the dog dies. And so sure enough, the dog passes out, wakes up, chained to a doghouse. The whole thing is just wildly out of it.
It doesn't even make
I
any
told
sense.
you to stay. Like, what is that? Where did this come from?
Meanwhile, isn't the guy like just OD'd and dead in his bedroom?
Yeah, like he goes up to OD.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. And so that's what the dog sort of senses and runs upstairs to find him. And the dog sees his ghost, sees his body, you know. But the dog's been seeing ghosts the whole movie, so of course it would see his ghost.
Yeah, well, you know, long story short, that's basically the movie.
Yeah. 74 minutes. So
The dog was a good actor, though.
dog was a fantastic actor.
I bet you anything they used some AI somewhere to make them facial expressions.
I don't know. I'd have to look into it. A lot of them felt like faces you see dogs make. And especially if you're going to take the time, because, you know, the film over the course of 14 months, train the dog, you know, we've seen dogs do pretty incredible things. I just think it's a very expressive dog. Maybe some CGI here and there just for like specific stuff. But nothing really jumped out at me that I was like, oh, that's a cartoon dog. Yeah.
I you know, at some moments in the movie, I swear I thought I was going to start seeing him talk.
It seemed like that, right?
It really kind of seemed like the dog was just about, like, because we've been maybe seeing a lot of these movies that have animals that are just talking lately, like strays.
Oh, yeah.
It kind of looked just like moments where that dog was just going to be like, hello? Or, you know, like, or something, you know, like, but it didn't. They kept it real to a point there, but there is some kind of premonition it's not explained at all, really. We can only speculate that it's
Ghost of the
death.
grandfather, all that mud's from being dragged into the basement or something.
Yeah.
Where, I don't know why they were covered in mud.
What killed the grandfather?
I think we led to believe it was also suicide.
But is it another specter of some sort that haunted him?
Possibly.
And dragged him into the cave in the basement?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Because it's implied that he died in a bad way. So everyone's like, oh, the way we found him. And remember, Indy sees the chair.
Yeah.
And has like the flashback of him. And so I don't know.
He's just coughing blood in the chair, if I remember now.
Yeah. So some kind of family curse thing. Maybe he dies that same way and then they drag. And then, of course, his dog, Bandit, I think, right, follows him down. And so it's the same story. So it's like a parallel of what we've seen. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
but nobody opened the bulkhead.
Nobody opened the bulkhead at all.
Dog.
Yeah.
So.
I am so bummed. I really wanted to like this movie.
Yeah, I am a little on the bummed side too. I was really hoping this was going to be a good movie. Expectations, I guess, were high. Maybe we shouldn't have had high expectations.
It's tough when it's like a neat premise, though.
Yeah.
And then because you see the premise, you see the trailer, like you're saying, and your mind starts to wander and think all the cool things you can do with this. And they do the same three things over and over again.
Plus, you know, there wasn't a lot of or poop eating.
So there's very little, yeah. Like there could have been poop eating off camera. It was a dog. But yeah, it's a far cry from our sallow days.
And, you know, it's not gonna hit the Criterion collection anytime soon. Poop eating.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
If there was just a little bit.
Yeah. No. Gets zero solos.
Zero
solos. All right, that's all the time we got for this. Thanks for watching, possibly Chris Sabicki.